Good afternoon, Flosstube. My name is Jen, the Caffeinated Crafter, and welcome to my Flosstube channel, where the whips are real and the plans are fake. Today is Saturday, August the 19th, 2023, and this is Flosstube number 49. If you're new to my channel, I would like to welcome you. This is a channel where I talk about my cross stitch. I do all different types of stuff, from little things to huge full coverage projects. And if you like what you have to see, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and the bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. I generally post about every 2 weeks, and I feel like I'm talking super fast, and I don't know why. Okay. If you're returning to my channel, I would like to welcome you back. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing and following along with me. If you have never seen my videos before, I will show you the stuff I'm working on, and then I'll show you the board that I write my goals down on. At the beginning of the year, when I did my whip parade, or I guess end of last year, whatever, time doesn't matter, I made a goal for all of my projects. I started the year with 139 whips, and I made a goal for each one. And when I hit the goal, I put it away, and we're not going to see it again until next year. And I had said that if I met every single goal, that I would do a new start for every day in 2024. It's not going to happen because some of my goals are very, very large. However, I am still planning on starting a bunch of new stuff next year, so I am gearing up to get all that done. I have had no new starts this year, totally unplanned, but because of these goals, I haven't really had the desire to start anything new. Because I wanted to see how far I could get with all of this stuff. So, super proud of myself for that. But anyway, I have a board that I write down the active projects. Once I show them, we mark off on my trifold board, my elementary science fair trifold board, mark off the goals that were completed, and then I pull new ones from the basket and I show you their starting point, because I don't edit my videos because it takes too much time and I don't have enough space on my phone to do so. So I show you my progress in this video, and the next video, whatever I did work on, I'll show you my update on it. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? I don't know how I did it because my last video was 14 days ago, but I have 18 projects to show you. Who'd have thunk? Here's my board. See if I can get the glare from my light out of the way. There we go. So I will write down the whips in black. The blue is the stitches I need to achieve them. The red is how many stitches I did on them. And then if I got the goal done, I write down done in green. And as you can see, I have 5 goals done. Yay! I did work on I have 7 projects that are year-long projects, like year-long goals that have really big numbers. And so I keep those out for me to work on all throughout the year. And if I feel like working on them, then I pull them out and work on them. So I think these big projects is why I don't think I'm going to hit my goals, because this is a lot of stitches to hit the goals for these. So anyway, as you can see, I completed 5 goals. Yay. So let's go ahead and get into the whips. The first thing I'm going to show you is from, and if anyone noticed, no, I did not work on Glory of Autumn. I was like, no, I do not want to do that. The first thing I'm going to show you is from Stitching Jules Design, and this is called Library. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. It is a monochrome piece. You can find this on her website or on her Flosstube channel. Not her Flosstube, she has a Flosstube channel. You can find this on her website or her Etsy shop, Stitching Jules Design. And I will link those down below, as well as her Flosstube. This is 470 by 250. She did chart it to be stitched in black. You don't have to do it in black. You can do it whatever color you want. I am going to do it in black though, or I am doing it in black. And I am doing this on a 25 count fabric in a light blue. I don't know what color it is. It might be Summer Sky. I think it's by Zweigert, because it's got that orange thing and the thing. I think Swigart's the one that does that. I don't know. Anyway, some kind of light blue fabric, 25 count, 1/1 full cross. And my goal for this was to get it to 5%. Let me do this. Hang on a second. I don't need that right now, and I don't need that right now. Let me move this over so I can look at this a little bit easier. There we go. So my goal for this was to get it to 5%, and I needed about 900 stitches to do so. And I did 500 stitches last night on it. I worked on this one last night. And so this is where I'm at. My 500 stitches was all over here. I noticed that I had to frog about 60 stitches and redo them because this was up 5 stitches too high. I'd only done like a little bit of this part, and I realized when I was working down here, I was like, oh my God, this is 5 stitches too high. So I had to frog all that out and redo it. And so this is, I wasn't quite done, but I was done for the night, so I left that thread hanging. But that's where I'm at on it. I need about 400 stitches to go. I am currently, oh, hang on. My tablet flipped on me. You know, 1 second. Let me get this, let me do the screen so it doesn't rotate. There we go. Lock the screen so it doesn't rotate on me. So, all right, let me put this back up. There we go. I have done a total of 1,900 stitches out of 46,005. I am at 4.13%. So just a little bit more and this piece will be done. Next time I pull this and work on it, that goal will be done. All right. The next thing I'm going to show you is I Love You to Death, right? Yeah. I Love You to Death by Stitchman Darcy. He also has a Flosstube channel and an Etsy store, and I will link both of those down below. I did watch his last video, and he did say he was taking a break from Flosstube for the summer, but I'm still going to link his channel down below. This is called I Love You to Death, and that's what it's going to look like when it's done. And this is 255 by 155. Let me think. My goal for this was to get it to 30%, and to do that I was going to need, I was going to need about 2,200 stitches. I only did 500 on it the day I worked on it, so I am currently at 12%. I don't know what kind of fabric this is. I don't even know the color. It was just something that was kind of light gray that I thought would fit this kind of spooky cemetery theme. So I don't even know what color this is, but this is where I'm at. I started with, this was already done right here. So I guess I should do it like this. So this is where I'm at. So I outlined the gravestone here, and then I brought the black out this way. I did some of the grass and worked on this tree here. So I need about 2,200 minus 500, 1,700 more stitches to get this to 30%. And it's a super easy stitch. I'm liking it a lot. His pattern is really easy to follow, and it is compatible with Pattern Keeper if you have that. And I have a couple of his, a couple or one? I know I have one that I'm going to be starting next year that I got for my son. And I don't know if I have any others, but anyway, I'm going to link his stuff down below. So yeah, 1,700 more stitches for that goal to be done. The next thing I'm going to show you is from Stitch Rovia, and this is called Joy. It was part of a trio of patterns, Joy, Hope, and Love. This one I completed earlier this year. This one I'm still working on, and this is the one that I worked on this past 2 weeks. So my goal for the year is to get this thing finished. That one right there. I am doing this on a 14, I think it's a 14 count. Pretty sure it's a 14 count black Aida with 2 threads. And I did 500 stitches on it. And I know, it's like folded up really weird. Hang on. I just held it up. I'm like, wait, that doesn't look right. It's like angled and weird looking. There we go. I did 500 stitches on it. So, like that section right there is done. Like all the stitches are done. It is very confetti heavy because of the fireworks. Very confetti heavy because of the fireworks, but when you're looking at it, you're like, this makes no kind of sense whatsoever. But when you step back and look at it, it makes total sense. I am really liking this piece a lot. And I will be excited to see this done. But yeah, looks like yo when it's backwards. Like right now when I'm looking at it, it looks like yo. All right, or oi, oi, if you're looking at it from the front. All right, so next up, these are in no particular order, as you can tell. I'm just like pulling stuff out of my giant pile here. I don't know how I got 18 projects worked on, but anyway. The next thing I'm going to show you is a pattern that I adopted from one of my stitching friends. And this is Mini Tea and Books from Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork is by Bridget Ashwood. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. It is 275 by 275 with 89 colors. Stitchin' Mommy is also doing this, but she is doing it sans background. She is not doing the background. I am. And this is on a, I believe it's a 25 count 2/1 tent stitch. Like I said, I adopted this from my friend. So she started in the upper right hand corner, which is not where I start. So I'm trying to work my way across to the upper left hand corner so it can be like kind of back to normal for me. My goal for this was to, oh, this is one of the goals that I completed. My goal was to get it to 6%. That is where I'm at with it so far. And I have done, between me and her, there are 4,540 stitches out of 75,625 stitches done. And it is exactly at 6%. So she started over here, and then I kind of like worked the part threads in, and then I started working my way across. And the corner of the project, hang on one second. The left-hand corner of the project is going to be this square over here. So I'm almost over there. But that one is going to be done. This is the full piece of fabric it's going to fit on. So as you can see, it's not super big. So there is that. That goal is done. It's going away till next year. All right, that'll go over there. Next up is a very old dimensions kit that I have called Gift of the Eagle Feather. I got this in the early 2000s. Oh, 1999. I was close. Yeah, so got that. And my goal for this was to do 500 stitches. I play a lot of Facebook games, and so when you do half stitches, you have to do 2 of them to count as one when you're counting for the games. So I ended up doing technically 1,000 stitches because it was all background, so it was all half stitches. And I'm doing this just whatever came in the kit. 16 count or 18, hang on, 18 count beige Aida. And so I did 1,000 stitches in this area over here to count for 500 because it's all half stitch. So this goal is done and it is going to go away until next year. I know, doesn't look like hardly anything right now. That's okay. It'll get there eventually. All right. Next up is one of my year-long stitching projects, and this one is called California Dreaming by Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork is by Jeff Haney. This is a regular size max color, so it has 293 colors in it, 240 colors in it, 700 by 501. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. And my end of year goal is to get this to 25%. I forgot the percentage. My year-end goal for this is to get this to 25%. And I started the year at 10.72%. So I was going to need 50,086 stitches to get it to the 25%. And I have been jumping around with the sections that I'm working on. So right now, let me show you the section, like the area that I was working in. Hang on. The area that I have been working in is like right around here. So it still looks like a big blob, but it's like right up here is what you'll see, because you're gonna see the, what's it called? The open space for this light. You'll see it on the thing, but I've kind of been working in this area right here. And here we go, I'm doing this on a 25 count, easy count Lugana, 2/1 tent stitch, half stitch, whatever. It's not like a true tent where you like go do a certain way or whatever, but anyway, half stitch. And see, there's the open space for that light that I was just showing you. So I was working in this section, and I have done another 1,200 stitches on it. So to finish this goal, since my last video, I needed 30,986 stitches. I have done another 1,200 on it, so that is 29,786 stitches left to go to complete the goal. I'm not pulling this out of the Q-snap because I don't know if I'm going to keep working here or if I'm going to move to another section. That's one of the things about my full coverages is I like to jump around. Like I might even move this, next time I pull this out, I might even move my Q-snap over and keep going out this way. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, there's that. So I am currently sitting at 57,932 stitches completed since I started this out of 350,700, and I am at 16.52%. I still have a ways to go on it, but that's okay. I'll put this back in my bag. All right. Next up is another year-long piece. This is from Stitch Area. This pattern is no longer available, but I have seen patterns that are kind of like along the same lines regarding the style, where it's like quotes and little motifs and stuff from popular TV shows. And this one is called Best Friends Quotes, and this is from the TV show Friends. It is 159 by 244. It has 9 colors in it. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. My year-end goal for this was to complete 12,000 stitches on it. And as of the last video, I needed 5,400 stitches to complete the goal, and I did another 500 on it. I jumped around a lot because I was doing this for one of my challenges in my stitching games where I couldn't work on certain colors, and the colors I could not use were black, red, and green. So I was doing the yellow, blue, and kind of beigey colors. So I jumped around quite a bit, but I'm doing this on a 14 count or maybe 16 count piece of Aida that I had. I started this a few years ago, never really thinking about the border. So, because I was so used to kits where they give you a 1-inch border. So you really think about that. Hindsight is 2020. I would have used a bigger piece of fabric for this had I realized, but it's going to end, I'm probably gonna have about that much space at the bottom. It's gonna fit, it's just barely gonna fit. So what I did was I did the white up here. So it says it's gonna say how you doing, but I did the white up here. Did I complete? No. Oh, I completed the broomstick right here, and I did some of the white right here. I came over here and finished the word unagi and started working on the chopstick. I did the red in the white in the football. And then I jumped down here because I was tired of those colors. I wanted to work on blue. So I did, this is going to say, you fell asleep. So I did some of the blue down here, and I started working on the chick. So yeah, and then I started working on that coffee cup down there again. So that's where I'm at with that so far. Like I said, I'm going to need about, what's 54 minus 5? 4,900 stitches to finish this piece for the year. I don't know if it's going to finish it off because some of the motifs I have remaining are a lot of stitches, like that little speech bubble that says how you doing. But if it doesn't complete the piece, it will get it pretty close to a finish where I think I could easily finish it next year, probably within the first few months if I pull it out and keep working on it, you know. So the next piece I'm going to show you is my million stitch project. This is Catching Rays from the Cross Stitch Studio. Artwork is by Abraham Hunter, and I can't get it out of the bag. I have a bigger bag. I should probably transfer it to the bigger bag and save this one for a different full coverage. So my, oh, probably help if I show you what it looked like if you haven't seen it, right? So this is 1,200 by 900. It's a very large piece. Total stitch count is 1,080,000 stitches. And my year-end goal for this was to do 30,000 stitches on it. As of the last video, I needed 20,550. I did another 500, so I still need 20,050 stitches to go to complete my goal. I am doing this page by page in a checkerboard. The pages are in a checkerboard. And it's 1/1 full cross on a 32 count easy count Lugana. So I'll show you what I worked on first. So this is the page I was working on, and I did another 500. I did another 500 stitches on it. So it's getting closer to having this page complete. I feel like it's taking forever to complete this page. And I'll probably move down to this page once this one's complete. These are the pages I have done so far. My fabric is all folded up and held in the Q-snap, so it looks like the fabric is much smaller than what it is. Do not freak out, my fabric is big enough. I already checked multiple times. But these are the pages that I've done so far. So this is page 1, and then I jumped down here to this one, then this one, now this one. So yeah, it was just something different. I had no rhyme or reason to why I was doing it like that. I think because I always start in the upper left-hand corner, and I really wanted to get down to the bottom to get to the fun stuff with the coral and everything. And I was worried that I was going to get too sick of it by the time I got down there because of how large it is. But anyway. So yeah, 20,050 stitches to go to complete this goal. All right. Okay. Next up is sampler 124. This is by 2x2 Stitch Art on Etsy. I will link their shop down below. And nope, hang on, mock up. I don't really have like a cover page, so let me pull up the mock up. There we go. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. This is a monochrome piece, but because it's like kind of blocked off, I decided to do something a little bit different with mine. I am doing this in color, and what I did was on Pattern Keeper, you have a setting where you can place diagonal lines, right? And I did that, and I picked 4 colors total. I am doing all the blocks, like the outline of the blocks, in $37.99. Hang on. I'm doing the outline of the blocks in $37.99, and then I picked a pink, a blue, and a purple. Hang on. 37.50, 38.35, and 38.05. The purple is the 38.35, pink is 38.05, and the blue is the 37.50. My goal for this, look how sparkly this is. I'm doing this on like an 18 count white opalescent Aida, and what I did was on Pattern Keeper, I told you I had the diagonal lines, right? And so the first diagonal I did pink. The second diagonal I took, and I'm doing this with 2 threads. Second diagonal, I took 1 strand of pink and 1 strand of purple. Then this diagonal, I did 2 strands of purple. This one here, I did 1 strand of purple and 1 strand of blue. Then I did 2 strands of blue. Then I did 1 strand of blue and 1 strand of pink. And then I did 2 strands of pink. And I'm going to repeat that in the diagonal all the way across the piece. So my goal for this, so it gives it a really cool, like kind of variegated look to it, but it's not really variegated. But anyway, my goal was to get this to 10%. No, hold on, I lied, I'm a liar. Sampler 120, yeah, 10%. I needed 1,100 stitches to do so, and I've done 500 additional stitches on this. So I am currently sitting at 8.45%. I have 3,300 stitches done out of 39,038. And I really, really love this piece. I am super excited about it. I need about 600 more stitches to go, I think, before I hit my goal. And I'm going to be going to a retreat in November, Stitching in the Springs in Ohio. And I'm going to bring this with me because Alara is going as well, and so is Suki and a bunch of other people. But she really wanted to see that piece, so I'm going to bring it with me. All right. Next up is a completed goal. I completed 5 goals, and I feel like I haven't gotten to any of them because I did so many projects. This is from Cute Bordery. It's not the original site that I got it from. She's kind of jumped a couple Etsy sites, and then she now has her own website, so I will link her website down below. This is Spa Gnome, holding it back here because that is not the cover page. This is Spa Gnome. It's super cute. And my goal for this was to do 500 stitches, and I decided to work on the towel on top of her head because it's a lot of white and gray, and I was worried about getting all the cute stuff done and then having to do the boring crap on top of her head afterwards. So I'm doing this on a roll of fabric that I picked up at Joann's, one of those Charles Craft like printed fabrics. It's a 14 count Aida. It's like pink and purple. thought it was appropriate for the spa gnome because she's like pink. So I did 500 stitches working on her towel over here. So this goal is done. Super easy stitch. I have quite a few of her patterns. I probably will be buying some more, and I will like I said, I'll link her website down below. All right, goal done. Okay, next up is from Heaven and Earth Designs, and this is Springtime Splendor. Artwork is by Randall Spangler. And it is 450 by 758. This is Springtime Splendor Max Color, and it has 236 colors. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. My goal for this was to get it to 4%. I needed 1,948 stitches to complete the goal. I have done 1,200 on it. I'm doing this on a 25 count easy count Lugana 2/110 stitch. I did not go back and do the parked stitches like I said I was gonna do. I decided to go ahead and come over to the castle house, and work on the house. So that's what I did. So I've done 1,200 stitches, like kind of up this way here, 1,200 stitches on it. So I am currently sitting at 12,885 stitches done out of 340,805, and I am at 3.78%. This goal is almost done. That's what I've done. Oh God, I can't see. That's what I've done so far. There's a lot of parked threads over here that I'll have to get worked in, but that's where I'm at so far. I had started this piece in the center because I didn't have as much border at the top and bottom like I was hoping I would. And even though it's easy count, and I could have just counted the squares to make sure it was even, I went old habits die hard and I did a center start. I don't usually do that on these full coverage pieces, but it's whatever. Okay, next up is from Lila's Studio, and this is Halloween Quaker. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. I am behind the times with getting this started because it's a few years old and I've seen lots of people doing it. But I am doing this on a 32 count Vintage Stormy Night Swigart? I don't know. And my goal for this was to do 1,000 stitches on it, right? Wasn't that my goal? Who knows it? I know you're screaming it at me. Where is it? Halloween Quaker. Yeah, 1,000 stitches on it. And I have done another 500. And I'm doing some of the called for colors and some I'm going to be substituting out. On her website, if you go to her website and find the Halloween Quaker, it will give you a conversion. Some of the DMC is blended and some of it is just a flat out like the white. I'm not doing the called for white. I did it in 30, I think it's 38.65. But I did 500 stitches on it. So I still have to do the eyes at the bats here, but I did, I completed these two bats without their eyes, and I did this Quaker motif up here, and then I came over here and started working on the broom. So 500 more stitches and this goal will be complete. And if you ever use Vintage Stormy Night, this is what the fabric looks like on this side, right? And it's plain on the other side. So just be cautious when you're stitching on it. Make sure that you're using the right side of the fabric. So, anywho, 500 more stitches and this goal will be done. I have the is it the Holiday Quaker? Is that what she calls it? Her Christmas one? I have that one that I'm going to be starting next year. I'm excited. There we go. Hang on. Get in there. Stop. The thread is trying to escape out the top. Okay. Next up is from Modern Folk Embroidery, and this is Reaching Skyward. Where is it? This is the 2023 stitch along that he released. If I can ever find it in Pattern Keeper, where did it go? I changed up the colors because of the fabric that I'm doing it on. So when you see this, if I can ever find it, here it is. These are not the called for colors, but this is what the design is going to look like when it's done. I switched the colors to 336 and 917, I believe. Yes. 336 and 917, and I am doing this on a piece of fabric from Mystic Fabrics. This was her, I'm in the Fabric of the Month Club, and this was November of 2022, and this is a polar blue, and it's a 20 count Aida. If I can, there it is. It's like, where's my stitching? Let me see if I can get a picture, like a good representation. Oh yeah, that's a good one right there. That color right there. And my goal was to do 1,000 stitches on it. There we go. So 336 and 917 are the colors I'm doing it in. Oh, you know what? I'm having a good day with this fabric. Yeah, because that's, I mean, it's, yeah. And I did 500 stitches. So I need 500 more to go to get my goal. No, I lied. I did 400 stitches. I need 600 to get my goal. And this is in Pattern Keeper. I've done a total of 900 stitches out of 47,789. I'm at 1.88% complete. So there's that. I'm really liking this fabric. I'm doing the Fruits of Plenty stitch along from him on another piece of Fabric of the Month from her, and I have color changes on that one as well. I showed it in my last video, but I did not pull it this time, so I'm not gonna show you. All right, next up is Christmas Shops, and this is from the Cross Stitch Studio. Artwork is by Betsy, I don't know how to say it, Billowdew. I believe that's who the artwork is by. I'm gonna check it in a minute as soon as I find it on here. There it is. Betsy Brown. Well, where did I get that other last name from? Betsy Brown is who the artwork is by. Wow, sorry. 900 by 700. That is what it's gonna look like when it's done. And she does have crops of this. I think it's like that. And then it's like that. She has like one crop is smaller than the other one, so she could include the Christmas tree in the very back. But I, of course, had to buy the full piece. And my goal for this was to get it to 0.5%. I needed 2,050 stitches, and I did 400. So, sorry. I am doing this on a 32 count, easy count Lugana, 1/1, full cross. That's where I'm at with it so far. I have done a total of 1,500 stitches out of 630,000. I am at 0.24%. It's very boring right now. It's just a lot of background. I mean, but that's how all full coverages are. It's just background until you get to the good stuff at the center. So you just have to deal with it until you get to the good stuff. All right, next up is another full coverage. This one is from Pain Free Crafts, and this is called Snowy Delight. Artwork, I'm not saying the artist anymore until I pull it up, since I got that one wrong. Artwork is by Kaplan Door, and this is 420 by 358. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. My goal for this was to complete page 1. Up here, upper left-hand corner. I wanted to complete page 1. I'm doing this on a 28 or 32 count. It's 1/1 full cross, I know that. So I did another, I don't know how many stitches I needed to complete it exactly. Where did it go? How many did I do? 500, I think? I should put these in alphabetical order so it's easier to find. I did 500 stitches on this. And so it's kind of, it still looks like a blob of nothing. I am fully aware of that. But you can start seeing, kind of making out the Christmas tree in here. So basically I'm like picking a color up in the corner and I'm just color completing in the page. And then I go back up here and I'm just like picking the next color and completing the color throughout the page. So that's where I'm at with it so far. I have no idea how many stitches I have left in this because I could probably map it out real quick because I believe, let me see. Oh, hers are right on the lines. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's 500 times 700? 3,200. No, 3,500. Wait a minute. 7 times 5 is 35, right? Yeah, 3,500 stitches for the page, and I've done 1,900. So I still need like over 1,000 stitches. I need like, math is so hard. I don't know, whatever 3,500 minus 1,900 is. Ooh, showing my skills today. All right, couple more projects and then we'll be done with the whips. All right, next up is a kit from Design Works. I'm dropping my floss. Next up is a kit from Design Works. Oh, I dropped more floss. And it is called Baby ABC. Artwork is by Krista Hamrick. I don't have anyone in particular I'm making this for. I just thought it was really cute, and I like these little alphabet kind of deals. I've done one for, it's actually hanging up over, I should have grabbed it to show you. But anyway, yeah. My goal for this was, my goal was to do 1,000 stitches on it. And to complete the goal, when I pulled it, I had done 700, so I needed 300 more stitches on it, and that is what I did on the wheel down here. So I got all the stitching done for this carriage handle, including the back stitching, and then I had come down here and I was starting to work on the wheel. So I did 300 stitches on it to finish off my goal. So this goal is now done. When I do pieces like this, I do the entire piece, including all the back stitching, so that once I get down to the very last block, it's all done. So that goal is done. Next up is Steampunk Sewing Machine. This is from Maya Stitch on Etsy. I will link it down below. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. Isn't that cool? I'm just doing this on like a 14 count Aida. My goal for this was to do 500 stitches, and my stupid butt last time I pulled it out only did 400. So I only needed 100 stitches to get this done. So that's what I did. I did 100 stitches on it. Boom. I mostly did black. I mostly did the black, like here and here. That might have been the only color. Maybe some of the, did I do some of the gray? That might have already been done. I might have done some of the gray. I think I did some of the gray, and then I did mostly black to get the 100 stitches in. So this goal's done. It's going away till next year. All right. Last one. is from Heaven and Earth Designs, and this is Cosmic Bowling, artwork by Amy Stewart. I did know that one for sure. Now I gotta find it. Where did it go? Here it is. And this is 750 by 535. It's got like 89 or 90 colors. 89. That's what it's gonna look like when it's done. And I'm doing this on a 32 count easy count Lugano 1/1 full cross. My goal for this was to get it to 0.5%. I needed 1,300 stitches to do that. I have done an additional 500 stitches, kind of like all like right in here. So I am currently at, you see that? Yeah. I am currently at 0.3%. I've done 1,200 stitches out of 401,250. So I need another 800 stitches to get this goal done. All right. That's all my whips that I have to show you for today. Next up, we are going to move some stuff around here. Put that there. Next up, we're gonna mark off my board. Oh, I have all of my whips written down on this trifold board here. And as I complete the goals, we're going to get them marked off on the board, and then I'm tallying them up at the top. All right. Got my Blues Clues marker right here. Look at this giant thing. It's like the size of my head. Look at that. Okay, let's get these goals marked off. So, first one I'm going to mark off is Gift of the Eagle Feather, and that is right dead here in the center. All right, next up is Spa Gnome, which is over here. Okay, next up is Mini Tea and Books, which is right here. All right, and then Baby ABC. It's so big. That's what she said. And then Steampunk Sewing Machine, which is over here. Okay, so that's 5, let me get in camera. That's 5 goals. So let's go ahead and, I'm gonna bring this down. I'm struggling, hang on. Oh my God, 5 goals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many is that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. 80 goals out of 139. I have 59 goals to go. Is that right? 59? Whoa. Is that right? 80, what did I say? Hold on. I have 80 goals completed. I started with 139. Yeah, 59 goals to go. What? All right. Fun times. All right, so let me move these over here. those are the goals that I haven't completed. So we're gonna put those back in the thing once I'm ready. And let's pull out my bin of whips. Is it backwards? Yes. Okay, let me put it this way. My bin of whips. Used to be 2 bins of whips, but I've completed so many goals, I'm keeping them in a separate location. So my active whips that I still have to complete goals on is all contained down to 1 bin now. How crazy is that? Got my basket here. So I will pull out of the basket and show you the goal, or show you the whip that I pulled. I think because I was able to work on so much stuff, I think we'll do what we did last time. We'll start at 15, we'll see how I feel. And we might pull more. Okay. Let me mix these up because I just tossed in the ones I hadn't completed, so they're kind of sitting at the top. Okay. First up. Drum roll, please. First up is Winter Sampler. This is one of my favorite pieces. And this is from Cooler Design Studio. Artwork is by Sandy Orton. And this is, it's kind of bent. But this is what it's going to look like when it's done. Isn't that pretty? And this is my starting point. I'm doing this on a 28 count tea-dyed Monaco, 2 threads over 2. And my goal for this is, to do 1,000 stitches. The last time I pulled this out, I did 600 on it, so I need 400 more stitches to go. And I'm trying to do the back stitching as I go, so that by the time I get to the bottom, once I'm done, I'm done. So that's my starting point. I need to do 400 stitches on that to finish the goal, right? Yeah, okay. Next up, is Trucks and Goldens. Trucks and Goldens. And this is from the Cross Stitch Studio. Whoopsies, stop. Artwork is by Greg Giordano, and this is a crop of a bigger piece. It's 175 by 175, a snippet, if you will. I think that's what she calls it. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And I'm doing this on a 14 count Aida because it fit. And this is my starting point on it. And my goal for this is to Trucks and Goldens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Get it to 10%, which was going to be 2,500 stitches. I have done 600 stitches on it so far this year, so I still need to do like another 1,900 stitches on it. So yeah. Okay, next up is Snowy Delight again. Snowy Delight. I already showed you the piece so I'm not going to show you again, but it's that one that I got to finish page 1 that I was struggling with the math on how many stitches it would be to finish that piece. Okay, next up is Harry Potter Stitch Your Own Adventure for Peyton. Peyton is my 13-year-old. I don't have a mock-up of this. This was a Stitch Your Own Adventure from Stuart Cunningham with Cunning Cross Stitch. And he is actually about to release a new Stitch Your Own Adventure in September. Everybody's trying to guess what the theme is going to be. A lot of people are suspecting Lord of the Rings. I'm not 100% certain if I'm going to do the Stitch Your Own Adventure or not. I might go ahead and do it. I don't know. But I am doing the Harry Potter one that he had released a few years ago. Now, if you see this before September the 1st, 2023, actually no, if you see this before August the 31st, 2023, and you want to do this piece, you have got to go download this stuff before he takes it down. He is going to take this down as of the end of August of 2023. We're in 23, right? And because he's going to be putting up his new Stitch Your Own Adventure. So I don't really have a mock-up of this because everybody's piece is different because it is a Stitch Your Own Adventure. So you cannot have a mock-up of it. I am looking for the mock-up of the parchment that I thought I had. Oh God, it's right on the front. This is the mock-up of the parchment outlines. And then different things go into every chapter. So I'm doing 3 of these. I'm doing one for myself, one for Peyton, and one for Lachlan, my other son. And so all 3 of our pieces are going to be different because if I can ever get these parchments completed, then we will all have different pieces. That one's mine. Hang on. Right now they're kind of all in similar spots, so it's hard to tell whose is whose. Peyton. Finished parchments 1 and 5. And I believe parchments 1 and 5. So I believe this one is probably his. I think this one is his. So this is parchment 1 right here, and then this will be parchment 5 right here. So I don't know if this part is done. I have to look. But yeah, it's kind of cool looking, huh? I like it. So I think I have to double check, but if this edge is done, then I might be done with parchment 5. Because I think I was trying to get it to where they were all in different locations regarding the parchments, and then I would be able to tell easier whose is whose. I should probably label them, but it's whatever. So I think I just have to finish parchment 1 for him and it'll be done. They're all being done on similar fabric. But again, they're all going to look different because because we're all going to be choosing different things for ours. Okay. Next up. Uh-oh. Oh no, I dropped one. What did I drop though? Hang on, pause. I gotta find that. Oh, here it is. Okay, we'll throw that back in there. Whew, found it. Next up is, oh, Fruits of Plenty. I was like, I'm not gonna show you because I didn't pull it. Well, now I'm gonna show you. If I can find it, here it is. So this is the other stitch along from Modern Folk Embroidery that I have. I have the paper copy of this one. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. And like I said before, I am doing this on, I'm changing the colors up because I'm doing this on another Mystic Fabrics Fabric of the Month. This was for October of 22, and this is called Pumpkin Spice. This one is really hard to get a good thing of color on it because it's like much more orange in person. But the colors I'm using for this are 838, 946, and 3345. That's my starting point. That's my starting point. And my goal for this is Fruits of Plenty. printed out my stuff, but it prints on like 4 pages. Fruits Aplenty, I wanted to do 1,000 stitches. I've already done 500, so I just need 500 more stitches to get this goal done. All right, next up. Next up is Gothic House. This is a piece from Stitching Jewels Design. Let me find it on here. And it is another one of her monochrome pieces. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. Like that. Isn't that cool? Very spooky. And oh, let's see. Is this it? I believe I'm doing this on a 32 count vintage Stormy Night. Yes, 1/1 full cross. So this is my starting point right here. That's my starting point, right? Isn't that cool looking? And my goal for this is 1,000 stitches. No, I lied. God bless. Let me line this up right. Gothic House. 10%, which was going to be 1,600 stitches. I've done 600 of it so far. I'm at 6.44%. So I need about 1,000 stitches to get this done. That's where I'm at with that. All right, next. Magnificent Wizard. I need to get this gold done so I can get it out of my hair. This is a dimensions kit. I got fed up with it last time I worked on it because I realized I was off with something and I had to frog, I had started stitching, I did about 100 stitches on it, and then I realized I had messed up with my counting and I had to frog all 100 stitches I did. I was so fed up with it. I just like, screw it. So anyway, that's what it's going to look like when it's done. And my goal for this was to do 1,000 stitches on it, I believe. Magnificent Wizard. Yeah, 1,000 stitches. I've done 400 so far. So I still need 600 stitches to go. I'm doing this on whatever came in the kit. And that is my starting point on it for this round. So 1,000 stitches I need, or 600 more stitches to complete this goal. All right, next. Oh, Hope. This is one of the patterns from that Stitch Rovia piece that I showed you. Of that trio of patterns. Let me move some of this. Here we go. Joy, Hope, and Love. So this is the other piece, Hope, that I'm still working on. And this one right here. And my goal is to finish it. Doesn't look like that's going to be happening anytime soon because that's where I'm at with it so far. The other side of this, all that color that you see in the background, is actually a finish from earlier this year that I have not done anything with. So let me try this. There we go. That's where I'm at with it so far. So yeah, I got a ways to go on it. I think this is the first time I pulled it out this year. I don't think I've worked on this at all. Oh, yeah, I have not worked on this at all. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. All right, next up. Next up is Mr. Cardinal. This is a piece from the Cross Stitch Studio. Artwork is by Dempsey Essick, and this is 190 by 317. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. Isn't that pretty? I love it so much. And here it is. And I'm doing this on a 32 count or 28 count easy count Lugano 1/1 full cross. And here we go. This is my starting point with it. And my goal for this is to line these up correctly, first of all. My goal was not to finish it. Get it to 2%, which was 1,000 stitches. I've already done 600. I need 400 more. So I am currently sitting at 1.33%. Okay. Next up. Y'all hear that? My neighbor's having a marathon in their living room. Loud ass people. Next up, oh, Christmas shops. I've already shown it to you. That was that brown, like sepia toned piece. Is this it? Yeah. So I have it on my list still. Christmas shops, 0.5%. I need about 1,600 stitches to get this goal complete. Next up. Gloria Bottom. Oh, God. For anyone who's never seen me before, I hate backstitching dimensions kits. I finished one of them finally after 20-something years in the making. This is my other one that I did all the cross stitching and left all the back stitching for the end, and now I don't want to finish it. Gloria Bottom, old dimensions kit. All I have left is back stitching. So my goal is to finish it. God, I hate back stitching this so much. All right. Next up. Why do I keep pulling the same stuff? Halloween Quaker. I already showed it to you. I need to do 500, is that what it said? Yeah, 500 more stitches on it for this goal to be done. It's like a repeat of my last Flosstube. You'll be seeing the same projects over again. Let me try to mix this up a little bit more. Library. What in the world? Library. From Stitching Jules Design. Not going to show you that one either. But my goal was to get it to 5%. I did 500. I need 400 stitches more to get that goal done. We might have a banging Flosstube in a couple weeks if I can get all this stuff done. Next up, James Dean. This is another Stitching Jules. Jules, this is like your Flosstube. I'm like seriously channeling your stuff right now. I think I have 3 patterns and I have all 3 to work on. This is James Dean. This is from Stitching Jules Design. And my goal is to finish it. She had gifted me this pattern to basically kind of feature her on my Flosstube, and she featured me on her Flosstube. And ideally I would have finished this last year, but I did not because I'm a loser. I'm doing this on 18 count fabric in the color Hazelwood, maybe? I don't know. But my goal is to finish this, and I oriented the fabric wrong, but it's still gonna fit, so it doesn't matter. Or maybe I didn't orient, maybe it didn't matter. Maybe it's gonna fit no matter what. But that's my starting point. My goal is to finish it, and I am currently sitting at 25.41%. So I still need wow, have I not worked on, I haven't worked on this at all this year. I've done 3,292 stitches out of 12,954. I need like, I don't know, 9,700 stitches to get this done. That's funny that I pulled like all of her patterns that I have started. I have more of hers that I'm gonna start next year. All right, next up. What is up with this thing? Why do I keep pulling all this stuff that I've already pulled like just barely 2 weeks ago? Okay, I need you guys to come out and mix together and become friends. Okay. Next up, Stapler 124. Oh my God. I'm not going to show it to you because I already showed it to you. I need to do 600 stitches to get this goal done. Oh my God, the stitching gods really want me to get some of this stuff completed, eh? Like seriously. All right. Springtime Splendor. Oh my God, I'm not showing it to you because I already showed it to you. What is up with this? Oh, where is it? Springtime Splendor. So I want to get it to 4%. I only need 700 stitches to get that goal done. And it's 700 like half stitches because I'm doing it in half stitch. So that'll get done very easily. Christmas Penguin, finally, something that I didn't work on in the past 2 weeks. Christmas Penguin. It's a little dimensions kit. I hear you, Gracie. Is it, hang on, do I have it in here for some reason? No, where is it? Oh. The little dimensions kit, and my goal is to finish it. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. If you have this, there's a lot of, it's hard to see on here, but there's a lot of French knots. French knots? I think they're French knots. Yeah. There's a lot of French knots to resemble snow, but my penguin is not going to be in the snow because I don't want to do all those French knots. So he is not going to be in the snow. The snow has stopped. That's my starting point. My goal is to finish this year. All right. Next up. Cuddly Bear Quilt. It's a really old blanket from Sunset that I bought way back in the day. I don't really want to pull this thing out because it's such a pain in the butt to fold up and really show you everything I've done, but this is what it's going to look like, and my goal is to do 500 stitches on it. Like I some done. So I might work on the border. I said I was going to work on the bear's head, but I don't know if I want to do that. But anyway, Cuddly Bear quilt. See, I have some of it. It's not like it's a brand new project for me, but 500 stitches on that. All right. Next up is Jukebox. I pulled this one, I just didn't work on it. I pulled it in my last video. I just didn't work on it. So that is from Heaven and Earth Designs. And it would really help if I would actually put my Harry Potter pattern with my Harry Potter fabric in my Harry Potter bag. There we go. All right, Jukebox from Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork is by Ciro Marchetti. And this is my starting point. I am doing this 1/1 full cross on a 32 count easy count Lugana. That is a guitar, you perverts. Don't think anything other than that. My goal for this was to, oh, I should probably show you what it looked like if you didn't watch my last video. This is Jukebox Max Color. 500 by 666. That's the starting point, or that's what it's going to look like when it's done. So my goal for this was to get it to 0.5%. To do that, I need another 765 stitches to get that done. All right. I don't even know how many I have. Haunted Library Style. I pulled this last time too, but I didn't work on it. This is from Lola Crow Cross Stitch on Etsy. I will link her stuff down below. And I did realize when I showed this last time, I was like, I feel like I'm missing something because I was showing the cover page for chapter 9. I was like, I feel like there's something missing. There was something missing. There's actually 10 chapters in it, and I had chapter 10 cover page mixed between 6 and 7. So this is a very bad printout of it, but that's what it's going to look like when it's done. See all the stuff I was missing at the bottom? My goal is to get the prologue done, and the prologue, we're running low on ink when that one printed, but my goal is to get that done. And I'm doing this on a, I think it's an 18 count vintage country mocha. And this is where I'm at with it so far. So my goal is to get the background done, or the prologue done. I don't know how many stitches that is. I need to see how many this is. Hang on one second, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. We will pull one more just because I didn't say this is my last one. We'll pull one more, so I'll pull 21. Just to give you the satisfaction of knowing this is my last one. And this one is Believe. Jesus, this is a repeat of my last video, I swear to God. I did not work on this one, but I did pull it the last time. Small dimensions kit, and my goal is to finish it. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. And this is my starting point with it. So no idea how many stitches that's going to be, but anyway. Plus I have my year-long goals that I will continuously be working on throughout the year. Oh, I can't believe how many of those projects I pulled that I had actually like let's see how many that was. So let's put my projects back real quick. I Love You to Death, HI. So it goes after that. And then this one was Cosmic. So that's one. This is number 2, Cosmic Bowling. I'm seeing how many of these that I pulled last time that I did not pull this time. 2. Cupid's Cafe is 3. And then Aurora Cabin is 4. So out of all those projects I pulled last time, only 4 projects I didn't pull this time. What kind of messed up jack shit is that? It's probably going to start being like that though, because I only have, like, I'm limited with how many projects I'm going to be working on. So we'll see how many of these goals I get done. As the year goes on, I'm realizing I'm going to have less and less to pull out of my baskets because I'm going to be completing more and more goals. So it's going to end up being, okay, I worked on these and this is all I have left. So you're going to see them again and again and again, which I know is great to see progress, but it's like half my fun is pulling these goals out of the basket. So I'll get a few goals to complete so we can mark my board off, but I might try to focus on the larger goals, like my year-long pieces, and then some of the goals that need like a few thousand stitches to get done, just for the simple fact of I want to keep pulling stuff out of the basket until the very end. Or at least we'll just like keep pretending I'll just pull them out and, you know, whatever. Anyway, but yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta say. I hope everybody is enjoying their August so far, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll start cooling down sometime in the next few months. We'll see. I heard a rumor that we're supposed to have our coldest winter yet this year. I know it's August and I'm in Florida, but sometimes that means that it's a little bit cooler in the fall, which would be fabulous. So anyway, that's all I gotta say. If you have not already subscribed to my channel and you made it this far, you better hit the subscribe button. Hit it. And the bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. And if you liked what you had to see, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and leave me a comment if you want. I enjoy reading them all, and I read every single one. Might take me a day or two to respond if I can. But yeah. I forgot where I was going with that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and take care. Happy stitching. Get a lot of stitches in, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.